This is your Faroe Island premium salmon fillets, aka the best fish on the planet. Boneless, skinless, caught in the Faroe Islands, processed at the dock, frozen there, and shipped to you, the freshest fish that you will ever cook for you and for your family. It is always a pleasure to have Jen Kovich with me here in the studio to talk to you about this. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I am fantastic anytime I see this salmon on my table, because it is the most delicious salmon. It is perfect every single time. The color is gorgeous. We are showing you QVC's #1 food item, and today we have it for you on 5 payments of $25.80, and 133728 is your item number. If you want to pick this up, you're going to get 10 of these 6-ounce fillets, all blast frozen and vacuum sealed just like this at the dock, so that when you get it, it is the freshest fish. It is the very first time that it will ever be defrosted when you defrost it in your own house. But Jen is showing us the reason why so many of our customers love it.
Yes.
The flakiness, the butteriness, the color,
yes,
and of course the flavor.
Absolutely, of course, that flavor. And it's interesting because now when you go to that fine dining experience, you do now see a region where the salmon comes from. Much like you want to see Maine, where your lobster's coming from, for instance.
Yes.
Now it is known as Faroe Islands. Look at how beautiful and flaky this is. And what I love too is that what we do differently at Egg Harbor is we're only giving you the center cut. We don't give you the head or the tail, only that center fillet, which is exactly where you go when you want that rich marbling, which gives you the omega-3s, the omega-6s, all those essential fatty acids. You can see the difference, you could smell the difference, you could taste the difference, and it's all because it's fresh. And we go right to the Faroe Islands to bring you each and every single one of these. It's in a, they're fed a hormone-free.
I love when you say you can smell the difference, because the whole thing is you don't smell anything.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And this is where it comes from.
So that's the Faroe Islands. You can see it's right off the coast of Ireland and Scotland. And it's just brilliant because right between the fjords and the sounds is this constant current flow that goes right through the coast. And there is where we find our Faroe Island salmon. You see Brittany Rastelli right there, overseeing every bit of this process within 4 hours of us harvesting all this fresh salmon that is in fact fed a hormone-free, antibiotic-free diet within that clean, crisp, cool water. And the benefits for you is that within 4 hours of it being harvested, it is immediately cleaned, deboned, thank you, de-skinned, and then of course we fillet it and flash freeze it for you.
So what's really lovely about it is that one fillet can make numerous fish tacos.
Yes.
One fillet can be cut up into numerous appetizers.
Oh my gosh.
I love the sauce that you're putting on, by the way.
Yes.
This is the lemon dill sauce.
Dill.
That's available at QVC.com. You get 2 of those bottles. Ask your operator about those if you want to add that. It makes any fish taste delicious, by the way.
Yes, it does.
And here's the thing, right? This fish, this fish truly can be a chameleon in your kitchen.
Yes, it can.
Tacos, appetizers, saute with capers, and place that over a beautiful pasta like the one that we had a little bit earlier, with a salad.
Salad, perfect
a
for
surf
a salad.
and turf. It truly is the best.
It really is. It's that perfect protein. You know that you need your essential fatty acids, right? We know it's great for us. Hair, skin, and nails, salmon is beautiful for. But what we also know is that it's very easy to prepare. Bake at 350 degrees in your oven for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven. Really simple. It's a perfect protein to add, quick defrost, but you can also cook from frozen.
Oh, yeah?
It's really up to you. Like you mentioned, even great for if you wanted to plate it over a bed of pasta. We have some tomatoes here with a little bit of capers and onions. Can you imagine?
Oh, that with the pasta that we had a little bit earlier.
Gosh,
Which came, wait, the pasta's from Italy.
So good.
The fish came from the Faroe Islands.
Right.
The only thing that's domestic is us. Right? Right? Here's what's really
That's
lovely
enough for
about
me.
this. $25.80 gets it home on Easy Pay. You get 10 of them. So think to yourself, is it you alone? Is it you and your spouse or someone else in your household? How many meals are you going to be making over the next month or 2 for yourself and your spouse?
Right.
We have this on auto delivery, and you can get this every 60 days for a full year. So order it today, and 133-728, lock in the price, lock in the easy pay. Of course, it comes to you with free shipping every single time. And remember, every single time you will have the freshest piece of salmon. The very first time that it's ever defrosted will be when you defrost it in your own home. Thick in size, thick in shape. Of course, that full 6 ounces. We always say that's the minimum, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
And then you can bake it, you can grill it, you can saute it. I always throw it on my grill.
Yes.
I tent it.
It's so easy.
I put it in my grill. It takes 7 minutes on the grill on like a 650-degree grill.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, what I do is I also add a little bit of asparagus underneath, so then you get that grill and the asparagus,
that's nice.
but then also a couple lemon wedges. Just brilliant. Now, if you do want to pick up that, of course, lemon dill sauce that we just showed you a moment ago, go ahead and coat that and then bake it off at, again, 350 degrees. It's brilliant. Add it to, of course, if you want to do a little bit of corn couscous, or if you want to do, you know, your salad, surf and turf, it's fantastic for that as well. But look at how easy this is to just plate and enjoy. It is always, always impressive. Now, for every anniversary, for every really any celebratory moment, every birthday, we always serve Faroe Island salmon. Here's why, and I've told this story before, just really brief. My husband's birthday was in December. We had friends over, we invited, we hosted dinner. I had the stuffed scallops as well as the Faroe Island salmon. Huge hit. However, we were 1 salmon short. So I didn't trust it, so I gave it to myself because I had to go to the grocery store. You could absolutely smell the fishiness.
100%.
This is absolute true story. You could taste the difference. The color was completely different. It was basically
100%.
white. It was not good
You're like,
at all.
what is this fish? It's not the same fish.
I was so embarrassed. Thank God I gave it to myself and I didn't give it to our guests, but they were like, what is that smell?
I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about, because the thing is that I'm a bargain shopper too, right? And every once in a while I'll sit there and I'll go, oh, well, I'll just try this over here and see how this is.
Right.
And it is not the same.
No.
We are bringing you a top quality product, one that restaurants actually name on their menu. You know, I tell the story all the time. I went to that restaurant in New York City during the holidays, and they had Faroe Island salmon on the menu twice.
Yes.
Once as sashimi, because that's how good quality this is.
Yes, sushi grade.
Yes, and then the other one was sauteed on a plate. It was $60 for one salmon fillet on a plate with some veggies.
That's highway
Today,
robbery.
You're going to get 10 of the, well, that's just the going rate.
Yes.
Right, in Manhattan.
Yes.
Right, you go to a restaurant. You're going to get 10 of them sent to your house for $25.80 on Easy Pay, and 133-728 is your item number. You know, a long time ago, I said to myself, Brittany, when you sit down to eat, it should be an occasion every single time.
Yes.
And I promised myself that I'd always sit at a table with a place setting and, you know, enjoy a well-prepared meal. And fast food has its place, and sometimes you're in a hurry, and I get that. But if you really want to treat yourself well, start with the thing that you do 3 times a day, your meal. And so for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, have something great for yourself. This truly is the best of the best. And if you're doing it at least one night a week to say to yourself, I deserve this.
Right.
I think it really makes a great impact in your overall life. Today, we're giving you the opportunity to do it with something that, by the way, does help with your hair, your skin, and your nails.
It does.
I'm totally vain, I say that as well. And one of the things that salmon has is it's rich in omegas, which your body needs to get from another source.
Exactly, and I want to do that rather, you know, all natural rather than synthetically, right? So let's say, for instance, that you baked off 1 extra salmon fillet. Save it for the next day. Make yourself a salmon salad. So rather than a tuna salad or a chicken salad, take that salmon fillet and blend it with celery, blend it with your dill or your chives or what have you, a little bit of mayonnaise. And then here's the best part. You can make any moment extra special by making crostini. Exactly.
Oh, these are beautiful. And that was just 1.
That's just 1 salmon fillet. Exactly.
Wow. All right, so listen, M133-728 is your item number. Jen Kovich, I was told that I called you Brittany by accident. My apologies.
I am not at all offended. I take it as a compliment.
Look, they're both wonderful women. They're both 2 of my favorite women in the building, quite frankly. And they both bring this Faroe Island salmon to us. So I'm so happy whenever either one of you is here. $25.80 gets it home, and 133-728. Pick them up before they swim. swim on out of here because we don't always get to present them. Even though they're our #1 food item at QVC, we don't have it in every single gourmet holiday show. So check out your shopping cart. Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so time for our food of the month. Have you seen these bagels? Well, we're bringing them to you from